City of Marion. This is Joan Broker. May I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I got a notice of violation on my front door, and I
Okay,
can't...
you need to speak with Rick Carpenter, ma'am. Let me see if he's in his office. Hold, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am. He's not in his office. Would you like his voicemail?
Well, what good will that do? That ain't gonna tell me what it says.
His name is on the letter you received, isn't it?
All right, we got this right here, violation, or notice of violation, and I thought this was dates, but it is not dates. But I can read this. But all this other stuff, I can't read. But I can read part of it, what some of the words are. Some kind of see if we got shed here, but don't know what that is. So I don't know. And then here's the date. But I thought that was the date up here when I talked to the woman. All right, let's go out to the shed and let's see what they're talking about. All right, I know they're talking about this shed where Noah used to stay.
What? Noah, what is this? Spoon out
Noah, I want you to look at what I got.
What you got? Is that the new one? What's that?
On my door.
But it's not being used as wrong.
Let's take a look at it. We're
Well,
gonna,
you don't do that. Other than not staying in the car.
we're putting up a video showing everybody
Go for it.
that it's not. I can't get in there.
I mean, David, I got you.
I gotta get the light in here. I gotta have light in here. You got a flashlight on you?
No, we got my phone on me.
All right, let me try this. Let me try this.
One.
All right, we have the light on the iPad. Nah. Now see, we have storage in here. This is storage. I mean, right there's a footstool, and then it looks like another footstool right there. But we've got this stuff piled up. An empty crate. We have this right over here, which is my bench, and just storage in here. Look how wet this floor is. Can you tell the difference? This is dry, this is wet. So, I mean, it goes on over that direction. So nobody's staying in this shed.
Sleeping at it, so.
Well, I don't know. Where you been sleeping at?
I'm sleeping in that car, my phone point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you see what I got.
I know that.
Where is it at? So I'm gonna let Rick see it. And
yeah,
I called him.
That's bullshit because hell that's fucking.
That's what I'm trying
What's the date
to
on
point. It's the 29th today.
That's fucked up, man.
But there isn't nothing but storage in here.
No, that's fucking. That's
Nothing.
harassment.
Nothing but storage.
I mean, she could prove that for us because she got their cameras for it. Never here she can prove that I'm not staying here.
Well,
They'll have me sleeping in the car. It's on tape.
I'm gonna point out there.
Right,
I'm gonna point out
you
there.
will prove that one night in the last week if I spend the night.
I'm gonna point out that woman right there has camera to show that he has not been sleeping in there. They can look at her videos.
Right. I've visited there a couple of times a day just to get things. And that's one thing 5
Well,
minutes.
that's all in there is storage.
Right, I've only spent maybe 20 minutes back there in the last week. Total.
I don't see you wanting to put all that stuff on that wet floor in there.
No.
And all.
And that's some bullshit, man. I hate that happened. I'm sorry. If that's I have to, I'll just get everything out of there. But what's the point? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're going to use it for
they're going by what?
I mean, I understand if you don't, because it ain't got nothing to do with you.
I know it don't got nothing to do with me.
I feel like being a little void here,
Hell, look, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care.
We've done everything right.
I may not like the things that you do and all,
Right.
but I'm not that cruel
I know
to
you're
be
not. You're a good person.
mean.
We are friends.
Right.
Exactly. And I know that.
And this right here.
And I know that I hold nothing against y'all. I mean, y'all just tried to help us for 8 months. You're good people. I love you.
Trying my best to
Ain't
do.
nobody been staying back there. I mean, I'll give that up a week ago. I've been staying out there.
Has it been a week?
And he's got that one nailed shut. I'm sleeping in that car the last 2
Who
nights.
nailed
Dad
that?
nailed the door shut.
Who did?
Dad.
Why?
Because he's afraid of that. He's afraid they're going to find him $50 a day. Because she's been calling about everything.
Well, I didn't know
How
nothing
can we be
about
staying
that.
in both buildings?
Yeah.
He's got the same thing.
So where's Timmy at?
Timmy's down at Teresa's right now. We're going to move the car. I re-registered him as
Yeah, Rick said that.
He's at Teresa's
Yeah.
now. But he's
Yeah.
going to move the car as soon as Dad brings the key.
Okay.
And now all these, all you mean, like I said, I went back there this time to get a spoon so I can eat my food. But I don't have a spoon on me. And then I'm saying we're in the transition, but you can't expect somebody in one day to get everything down out of there.
They go.
I don't stay back there, though.
They told Rick. They said, oh, it's a good thing that you let him stay in your shed,
is.
you know. But then again, they want to do this
Then why
right
you
here
wanna
crap
torture
to
somebody,
us.
right?
You know, so what is that?
Honestly,
That's a hypocrite.
There's people staying everywhere in sheds and stuff like that all over the place, but they don't fuck with them because they don't have somebody that's constantly trying to cause them trouble.
This is just that's being a hypocrite.
I know.
That's all them blue thugs are. Is
I still gotta get
hypocrites.
that spoon though. I didn't find one back there. You have a spoon I can borrow?
I think there's a black one in there.
That's what Jimmy did. Probably 2 miles away. I had 2 of them though. I'll give it right back. All I gotta do is eat with it. And I probably.
City of Marion, this is Joan Broker. May I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I got a notice of violation on my front door, and I
Okay,
can't.
you need to speak with Rick Carpenter, ma'am. Let me see if he's in his office. Hold, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry, ma'am. He's not in his office. Would you like his voicemail?
Well, what good will that do? That ain't gonna tell me what it says.
His name is on the letter you received, isn't it?
No, I don't see no name. It just has some kind of a date on it, and then my address, but I can't read what he wrote.
Okay, I'm not really sure, but he's not in his office right now. All I can do is transfer you to his voicemail at this moment.
All right, let's see if I can't leave my phone number and him call me back.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
All right, thank you.
This is Rich Carpenter. Leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
You left some kind of a notice of violation on my front door, and I can't read it. My phone number is 828.
Recording has been paused. To continue recording, press the star key. For a complete list of recording options, press 0.
What good is this? Well, at least I do have it on the letter that I gotten on my door, the notice of violation. Okay.
Hello, this is Richard.
Yes, you left a notice of violation on my door, and I can't hardly read it. But I did figure it out, though. It said about somebody living in my shed.
All right, so I'm assuming you are the tenant of 541 Baldwin and not the Gonzalez
Right,
property owner. Is that correct? Okay.
right.
Well, I'm assuming that there are 2 buildings behind your residence. One has been there for a while, which I guess is kind of the off-white one, and then the brown one is the newer shed. The brown one needs to be permitted and inspected.
Permitted and inspected. Why? I didn't have to have it on when I lived over there on the other road on
Well, you
Moorhead.
most likely did not live within city limits, and if you did, it was still illegal.
So you have to. But what about this? Something about being in a shed.
Yes, illegal dwelling units. I've got video and photographic evidence, and there have been multiple instances recently, especially last week, where law enforcement had to visit the property, and they found one of the Hughes, at least one, living in that white building.
Well, he's not living in it now. Did you go out there and look?
No.
You should have went out there and looked. You'd see he's not living in it. He's not. So how much is this permit for this brown shed?
All associated zoning and building permitting fees, and I believe there's an inspection for the building contractor, is going to be around...
A contractor?
Well, we don't have a building official, so we're contracting out a building official with the city currently until we hire one.
Okay, how much is this going to cost me?
For the building will be approximately $150.
$150 just to have a shed sit on the property?
Well, it's usually going to be $75, but you're going to incur a late fee for not permitting it prior to installing it on the property.
And exactly what does this money go for?
I mean, what is its purpose? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, what's the purpose of me paying to have a shed on my property?
Well, these are permitting fees, they're late fees, and then there are also fees for the building inspector to actually take his time and go on site and make sure that it's safe. and up to fire code, North Carolina building code, all that stuff.
So you're saying that the people that I bought the shed off of is not liable to put the shed in here?
No, they can, but it has to be inspected to make sure it's done properly. It has to have a permanent foundation.
What do you mean? I mean, I don't understand what you're saying. A permanent foundation? I need to pour concrete? Is that what you're trying to say?
Not necessarily. It has to conform to North Carolina building code so that it at least meets what we have for a mobile home, which can be blocks, but you also have to have these straps that you see on mobile homes called hurricane straps, and then strap them down that way.
On a shed. Okay.
Yes.
If I go through all this permit stuff to get this, so that would say that it would be okay for someone to live in that shed, right?
No.
Then I don't understand why I have to get a permit, which the money is just coming...
Permanent structure.
Huh?
It's considered a permanent structure, so it has to be permitted within the city limits.
Okay, what does the money go for? Besides somebody lining their pockets with it. I mean, can you understand where I'm coming from? I mean, that's a lot of money for me to shell out on an income that is just so low.
And you're also going to have a written statement from the property owner giving you permission because you're a tenant. You're not the property owner. Tenants actually are not supposed to permit on property they rent. It's supposed to be the property owner. So you'll need to get written permission from the Gonzalez family, either Victor or I think her name is Maria.
Claudia. Claudia,
okay. There you go.
Yeah, Claudia's who's got it. You know what? I'm going to discuss this with my old man. I think we just move that shed somewhere else so I don't line y'all's pocket with it, because it doesn't make any sense for y'all to be doing this. And you need to come out and check and make sure that nobody is living in that shed. Because I don't need...
After the 30 days is up, and as long as it's got to be secured so that nobody, like Noah, can access the inside.
Why come Noah can't... How come I can't let him store his clothes in there and his food in there?
He cannot live in it.
He's not living in it. He is not living in it.
That he has been living in it recently.
Yeah, the day that the cops came down here and jumped all over Timmy for no reason, and we made him move out that night. And there ain't been nobody living in it. He stores his stuff in there. He is a homeless man that needs a little bit of help. And I'm like, okay, just store your stuff in there, but you can't sleep in there.
Okay, well, as long as he is not in there sleeping, period.
He's not.
There might not. Okay. As long as he is moved out, and I'm just going off of what I've received from PD and neighbors.
Yeah, secondhand. Somebody telling you secondhand instead of coming out and looking at it yourself. But now I do also have to say that my nosy neighbor next door to me in the yellow house, you could go over there and you can get all the video that you want that she has showing that Noah is not staying in that house. I mean, in that shed. So, if you need proof, there you go. Y'all listen to her, you know, because she keeps on calling the cops over here, harassing me. You know where I'm coming from?
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of illicit activity stemming from your property and then the property adjacent to you.
Well, I don't even know what her name is. I don't know nothing about her. But every time I'm turning around, she's calling the cops. She's already done, I think, 4 times since I've lived here in 8 months.
Well, that makes sense. I've seen videos, I've seen photographs, and this isn't just from her, it's also from the police department. Okay? There are illegal activities going on that parcel.
What do you mean illegal activity? Like what's illegal?
Illegal dwelling units. There's been tons of other complaints. I've got pictures of one of the vagrants defecating out in the open from a week and a half ago. I mean, these are kind of things that you don't need in a neighborhood.
No, I don't need that. I agree with that. I agree with that. But no, I didn't know they was out there doing that.
I've got it on my cell phone right now where neighbors have been out in the middle of daylight and saw this and took photos of it happening. and I've got it on my phone. I don't want it on my phone, but somebody sent it to me. So I've got tons of evidence, and that's where these violations are stemming. And this violation
Yeah.
isn't against you particularly. You're the tenant. It's against Claudia. It's against the property owner. So this, we mailed a letter to Claudia, but she still has her mailing address as 541 Baldwin, so she was not able to sign for it, so she never got it. So the only thing that we can do now is post the property. So it would be best for you to contact the Gonzalez's and let them know that they're potentially going to be cited for violations if all these issues haven't been corrected within 30 days.
Yeah, well, they're gone. They moved out, and his daddy nailed his shed shut, so they can't get in that. So they can't get in that shed next door. You know, where the house burnt down?
Yes.
His daddy nailed it down because he had gotten a letter saying that he was going to be fined $50 a day if they were staying in that shed. Which
Yes.
I don't know if they have been or not. I don't pay no attention to them. But I didn't know.
Yeah, but I think they've now moved into vehicles.
Yeah. Now, he told me just a little while ago he was sleeping in his vehicle.
Yes, that's also illegal, so they're going to have to receive a letter about that as well.
Okay, so what is a homeless person supposed to do?
The best bet, if you have no options, is to go to a shelter.
But what if the shelters are full?
They're not always full. The only reason why people refuse to go to shelters generally is because of their illicit activity is unconforming to shelter policies.
Well, I don't know what none of those are. You ain't got to go into them because I'm pretty sure I prayed to my Lord Jesus Christ that I don't have to go into one. But, all right, I don't know what else to ask you, but I think what me and my old man's going to end up doing is having that shed move, and we're probably going to move too to get away from all this, because this right here is ridiculously stupid. All of it is. I mean, I thought America was supposed to be free, but apparently, from everything I'm learning here lately, that was a teetotal lie all my life. We're in jail.
If you need anything else, definitely contact me. If you need extension on the time frame, contact me. If you have any additional concerns, pick the phone up and give me a call. And if you speak to Claudia or her husband, Victor, let them know that this violation is actually against them. So they're the ones who actually really need to be calling me as well.
Okay, if we move away from here, is that going to clear Claudia?
If the shed is moved within those 30 days, yes. And, well, that clears her from that notice of violation. But if they move back into one of her sheds or something, and even if she's not aware of it, then no, then she still can get in trouble for that because it has to be secured enough that they can't enter them for habitation.
Okay, I don't understand the secure enough. Some kind of lock on it?
Yeah, something where they can't just walk right into it, you know. Like Danny, for instance, nailed the door shut on that one white building. He didn't have to go that far exactly, but he nailed it shut and then put a padlock on it. That is secure. Something where they can't readily get into it.
All right.
Otherwise they will, and you know.
I understand where you come from.
And we've had this across the city over the past 6 to 8 months, and people will go into these sheds and they're fire hazards, and they'll have drop cords and whatever else in there, propane torches to stay warm, and they'll catch a fire. We've had 2 houses burn down in the past year because of that.
Yeah, I can guarantee you there's no electricity in that shed. I ain't gonna pay for something that he ain't gonna work for. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, I do.
You know? Alrighty, if I have any more questions, I'll give you a yell.
Awesome, thank you.
Alright, thank you, bye.
Bye-bye.